rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded near the back of the end zone. They had no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry, but I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
From the 27, Wentz, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Colts.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Working from the gun, Wentz. Dancing to his left. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and goal, here's the option. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Gain of 21 yards.
At the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, Cottrell. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun is Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Cottrell, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tackled at the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Minshew's pass intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
The give to Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points.
His kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jaguars nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Minshew. This one complete to Gafford. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Kenny Moore.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Minshew sets to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, when the Jaguars wanted to throw the football, they often looked to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
At the Colts' 33-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They run with Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wentz going to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one,
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down at the...
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Rico Gafford, 46 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Good. Makes the score Colts 20. Jaguars 7. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Looking for Campbell downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 68 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Park.
And he's into the clear. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, 77 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run again with Hines. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Hines, the ball carrier.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his tight end, Burton. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Draw play. This is Hines. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
Wentz. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. On first down, it's Taylor. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wentz to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 10-yard line.
Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Third down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Gain of 5 yards.
5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Goal.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flushed out right. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th.
Jaguars 22. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 12. Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Complete to Paris.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. He's going up top for Taylor. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's back to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
Intercepted by the Colts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and
10. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to in Nashville.